Introducing new Moth Be Gone. Welcome back to WETT The Splash, the home of all your naughty little secrets.
We are live from the scene of the accident, and the death toll has climbed to a staggering rate.
Something I learned this week is that even the most traumatic moments can turn out to be positive and yet still horrifying.
What?
So, all right. So the other day I was out for a walk. Yes, I was out for a fucking walk. All right. For anybody who just scoffed. All right. I walk.
Walking. Uh-huh.
You know, I lean forward.
Sure.
And hopefully my legs follow me. And if they don't, it looks funny in the park. But I'm going for a walk. And just around the neighborhood, and I noticed this golden retriever is having like heat stroke, right?
Uh-huh.
It looks like it fell out of a fucking car. Like, to be real with you, it did not look like it was in good shape.
Oh no.
And I come up on this dog, it's doing that like deep slow pant, you know, like end of life slow pant. Like its heart's just slowing down rapidly, and that was the most terrifying DJ experience I've ever had right there. But so its heart's just like slowing down rapidly, and it's taking these slow breaths. It's all fucked up, dude. This dog looks like it's gonna fucking die. And but it's like a golden retriever. What am I gonna fucking put it on my shoulders like a fireman? So I decided to bust out the Mingo 2.0 shirt from Back Nine Problems, and I slid it over the dog.
Yes.
And it was actually so breathable and tailored just so perfectly. And the flamingos were such a nice little touch that the golden retriever not only came back to health, but it freed 8 people from a car accident the same day.
Okay.
The moisture wicking technology in these Back Nine Problem shirts and the modern fit, it's so up to date in technology that it can cure dogs that are dying and turn them into valuable rescue dogs. And I don't mean sad like I got a dog that flinches every time you open the door too fast, rescue dogs.
Yeah.
I mean like Timmy's in a motherfucking well, and this motherfucker knows how to bark the right words to get me to understand that. And because he's a Labrador, I'm inclined to believe him and follow him because I just feel like that's God's dog itself. You know, in my white American Jesus, he has a Labrador because that's just, it doesn't get pastier than that. Back Nine Problems, promo code thickness, all lowercase, because that's how they feel about us.
Yes.
But you know what?
And let's be honest. Who doesn't love flamingos?
And I'll tell you what's not all lowercase is how you feel when you're wearing the shirts. It's a good time.
It's all uppercase when you feel?
So
When you're wearing the shirt?
it's uppercase all day, bro. Let me tell you another story about Back Nine Problems. This is not an ad read.
Okay.
Is
that a disclaimer because it might be a bad ad?
I wouldn't clip it. I wouldn't be showing it to investors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Doug, just go ahead and just skip forward 2 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, Doug. And if you're the Andrew guy, get ready, motherfucker. Because let's be honest, who doesn't love flamingos? So, all right. So, you just noticed it's on the bottom of the page there. Who doesn't love flamingos?
Yeah.
Flamingo 2.0. It's a beautiful shirt. So I've been having like the last couple months, I've just been not sleeping, dude. Like my sleep apnea is so bad. Mm-hmm. Yet the machine gives me so much anxiety that I just chosen to die slowly at this point.
Oh boy!
I'm just like, what? When I go, I go. No. It's up to the big one. You know, I'm gonna meet that golden retriever again someday.
In the afterlife.
And so like I've been trying to figure out like, all right, man, like how are you going to survive with severe sleep apnea and not using the machine? And a Back Nine Problem shirt made it go away. No. So I've been trying to change just kind of like little habits, right? Like trying not to eat right before bed, even though I'm going to do that shit anyway.
I do the same fucking shit.
Oh, man, I can't go
Such
to
a
bed
bad
hungry.
Habit. That's a really bad
You know
habit.
why I can't go to bed
shit.
hungry? Because that's what poor people do. And here at Back Nine Problems, we don't deal with poor people shit. It's a golf company.
We're fat people. We have to, supply the fucking kegs and the
Shout
barrels.
out to Jelly Roll and Luke Combs, other fat guys.
Hey-o.
They could be wearing the shirts. That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
So,
Hell yeah. There you go.
Yeah, dude. So one thing I tried recently, like a couple days ago, that helped a lot was I took my comforter and then I took a bunch of pillows and I hid them in the comforter like Easter eggs. And then turn the giant thing into a ball and push that where my pillows go. So now I have this giant, essentially comforter beanbag chair as a pillow. And I can like crawl up into it and pass out into it.
Wow.
Now the other day I was trying that out. Yeah, butt ass naked, dude. It's fucking perfect. It's like
I'm going home.
It's like sleeping in the womb.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, dude, you get to go back. You're going back
returning.
It's like this should be something that they make people do before they die.
Go back to the promised land.
Yeah. You should have to. You should take your comforter, fill it with pillows, and then nestle up into it like the womb itself, butt ass naked. So that was helping, right? I was getting some better sleep, and then I figured, like, how can I improve upon it? So I Winnie the Pooh'd it. I went to bed. I took off my work uniform. I put my Back Nine Problem shirt on, took my underwear off, and I crawled up into bed, and it was so breathable.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I don't even think I apnea'd. Like
you don't think
much.
you apnea'd?
Yeah. Not that much, at least. I think I apnea'd less that night. The physical amount of apneas, the number was lower.
I think you just invented a verb for sleep apnea.
Yeah. I'd be apnea and awake sometimes. It pisses me off. Sometimes
you'd be apnea'd and awake?
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I'll be awake and I'll snore a little bit. Like what? I'm awake. Why did I make that noise? Am I just making pig noises now?
Do I forget that you're breathing?
I just unintentionally make pig noises now. I just forget to breathe while I'm talking to people and shit. It's fucking crazy. It makes me sad every time it happens. It's like the fattest thing ever, dude.
You
like,
snort in front of somebody, go fuck.
Yeah,
shit.
Fuck.
You okay? Don't worry. I just apnea'd. It's fine.
Never,
it's fine. It's
never.
fine.
Honestly, never. But
you did what? I apnea'd. Don't worry about it.
I had me an apnea, dude. The other day, I fucking. All right, so we're recording this one a little late. So on Sunday,
it's literally recording and then being uploaded today.
Yeah, it was supposed to be up like an hour ago. That's how much this is being uploaded today.
Yeah,
So
it's been a week. It's been a week.
On the normal day that we recorded, I was like, oh man, like I got this whole day. I'm gonna make the best out of it. I'm still gonna get up early and then I'll have some coffee and I'm gonna play some Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Fuck yeah.
Because it is a wonderful game. And I got up, I made my coffee, I loaded up the Xbox, and I took a 3.5 hour old man nap right there on the couch.
Yeah.
Mouth open the whole time.
Yep.
And then the controller in my lap.
Yep.
I wake up one time, Bubbles is there now, and he's staring at me. I wake up
As
another
he does.
I wake up another time. Now we got another guy in the garage also looking at me.
What the fuck?
It's like every time I'm like,
they're multiplying.
oh, people, that's new people.
The Bubsinator's bringing about another Bubsinator.
Yeah, dude. And it's just fucking, it was chaos. Like, I was like, I'm going to play some video games. I was just fucking out. That's how hard I fucking apnea.
That's a whole meme, you know.
Oh,
Gamers in their 30s and 40s, and they go to sit down, like, just like that. Like, I got the whole day. I'm going to game all day. They sit down, and instantly they're out with the controller in their lap.
Yeah, dude.
And the loading screen of the game is just going.
That should be a fucking meme.
Like,
It's like my whole ass. It's my whole ass Sunday. Every Sunday. We do the podcast.
Yep.
I get groceries.
Yep.
I get lunch.
Yep.
I finish my lunch. I turn on the Xbox and I fall asleep with the controller in my fucking hand.
And I'm sure it doesn't help that we are like treating our bodies like we're 50, 60. You
Oh,
know?
I treat my body like I'm mad that I even have it and I want to break it and get another one.
Yeah, like it probably is performing at the worst possible rate it should be at. You know?
I live as if I am one day just going to get a heart transplant and a lung transplant and a fucking body transplant.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a different kind of trans,
It doesn't
dude.
fucking matter.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't matter.
I want to be transhuman.
I'm an evolved trans.
Yeah, like I want you to inject my personality into a young, skinny child.
I'm a cybo trans.
Yeah.
Trans cybo.
How sick would that
all
be?
fucking Borg, bro.
How fucking cool would that be if like you get to a certain point in technology where you can start buying children bodies and then using them as avatars?
What the fuck? Like little fucking like robot bodies or like human flesh
No, like
bodies?
humans. Like you just decide like
Just transfer your consciousness into it.
It's like what the elite rich do, like the 1%. They go to orphanages. They find an orphan that's like prime. You know what I'm saying? like
all the good genes,
good skin,
Yeah.
white,
Yeah.
you know, friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like says please sir and
Why
shit.
white then friendly?
They're not all friendly. All right, they're not.
Why not friendly then white?
Because one's more important than the other. We'll settle on one more than the other, but and then you just get the because it's your avatar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get to pick. That's fair.
You're choosing your
That's
own
fair.
race. I chose white. You know,
Yeah, it's
you
fair.
can choose black. That's cool. That's fine. Sounds like a harder difficulty level of
Oh
the game.
man, you know,
But,
bigger dick though.
No,
usually.
oh yeah, yeah,
At
dude.
least you're swinging.
I was actually telling a buddy a story about that. We'll talk about big dicks in a second. But the idea that like you could be like, I like that kid, and he's got no family.
Okay.
I'm going to have my essence, my personality,
Your
all
soul,
of
or-
that
yeah.
moved into this child's body. And I'm going to get another 100 years out of it. And I'm going to be my like 80-year-old brain and personality, but starting at the 0 on the life scale.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
doubling up my potential over the next 100 years. And then just buying children bodies. You know, then you could start just choosing
Yikes.
races willy-nilly. You
Out
want
of
to be fucking
context, that's
Cuban
a
for a
terrible
week?
quote.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a real
that's-
bad quote
that's a
out
lot
of
of-
context.
That's why I'm glad YouTube only sees the titles. They don't listen to this.
No one fucking listens to this shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. If we got
Except
cut...
the 20 of you that do respect.
We got brought down for gunning down Pokemon as a title.
Yeah.
They're clearly not
Because there was
listening.
guns in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'd have a Costa Rican avatar. I'd have a Thailand avatar. I would definitely I'd rock all sorts of different skins, which is fucked up because we're talking about orphans and referring to them as skins. Like you just, but I don't know. I would imagine once you adopt them, then you just wipe their brain memory and you just,
Jesus.
or you just choose one.
Oh, fuck. There's a whole, I think that's pretty close to the plot line. Have you ever seen the show Altered Carbon?
No.
There's a show that's sci-fi, drama and everything. And it's kind of that idea where you die and somebody takes usually the wealthy or some conspiracy government bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
But they take their soul, their essence, everything, and they move them to a different body, basically.
Okay.
You know? And it's pretty much this guy waking up in what he is not is his body, right? In an environment and place he doesn't know, because he got frozen, I guess, in stasis or something somehow.
Okay.
Where like they were able to like somehow contain your brain or something, you know? And then they basically move it into this new body, you know?
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Way in the future, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's this whole idea that like playing with the concept of moving consciousness to and fro, you know?
There were iPads
So-
in Star Trek. That's all I'm
That's-
saying, bro. Sometimes
that's
sci-fi
true.
predicts the future
That's
pretty
true.
well.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in Star Trek.
I mean-
Actually, I think that they predicted that is pretty fucking close to real now.
I think a theory I really liked that rest in peace my buddy EJ had come up with was he used to tell me when we first met, like, one day we're gonna reach a point where we could just have our consciousness downloaded onto a chip,
Yeah.
and that would get put into a server, and that's on a satellite that's just floating endlessly into space. And when the satellite finally dies, it all goes dark.
Jesus.
But that's potentially thousands of years of
Jesus.
drifting through Pornhub.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd be there every day.
That's
It'd be like, that's my Starbucks.
You've got everything.
Yeah, dude.
Literally
like,
everything.
I'd wake up, I'd stretch, I'd go to Pornhub.
It's,
You know what I'm saying? I'd go
Yeah.
hang out there for about 24 seconds. And then I'd go about whatever else I wanted to do on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you really lived on the, like, let's say straight up, like
shit.
all right. Earth is over. They took the select few or whatever, like as many spots as they had, went to getting your spot on the server. And then the satellite gets launched into space. You're on it. Your physical body is gone. And your limitations are to the server itself, which by then the technology means it'll be pretty much limitless. Right?
Yeah,
You just
right.
don't have a physical being anymore. What the fuck are you gonna do all the time? I mean, because I've thought about it. Right? It's like, well, I guess I could just go like live World of Warcraft, right? Like, just go fucking pick up my avatar of like an ogre butt fucking people across like a big glowing tree. You know,
That's cool. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So you mean like you could almost? Are you like watching the internet and partaking? Or are you like part of the internet? Where
see,
you
that's a
could-
good question. What do
you
you
know?
think you would be if they did that? I think you would be. You would be part of it. You'd be able to materialize things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
You know?
you'd be able to.
I mean, if we going with the latter point, if you're saying like if we can like go into a video game and assume the the persona or body of your
Yeah.
character within the limitations of the game,
Yeah, like
right?
you die, you respawn, like all that kind of shit.
Right,
like,
versus where videos is videos you just watch because there's not anything programmed into the video other than playing back some content, you know?
Yeah.
Versus a video game that's actually programmed to move the bodies and shit.
But see, in the video, you get to be in like let's say it's
like your VR basically.
your VR. Like let's say it's 12 Angry Men, right? So it's mostly like in a courtroom, and so like in the video, you'd probably be able to like be in the courtroom, move a chair and sit at the table, walk around.
That'd be
know what I'm
wild.
saying? Like,
That'd be fucking wild.
You can't make the characters will never see you, but you are fully in your environment. You know, in a music video, you have your just face pressed up against butt cheeks that are twerking while hundreds are raining down upon it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just getting smacked like blow, blow every time she comes up with it. And then then you mosey on over to fucking Spotify and you
listen to some tunes.
You go to the concert of whoever your favorite fucking person is, and
That'd be wild.
You pull them up, just them, into your living room, and like you're like standing with them and shit.
It almost sounds like a different reality entirely.
Well, it is technically.
That's what I mean. Like there's to the point where like now Spotify is like concerts. I imagine when I thought of Spotify as like a roulette vending machine where you could just scroll through and go that one, and like it plays it.
I mixed the idea of being a god with a tablet, like from Wall-E. So you have a Wall-E tablet, and that's your ability to create,
go to and fro.
Yeah. So like essentially, everybody's got a tablet. Maybe you have like a home base where you want to put the tablet down. That's your little internet home, and you have an internet suburb or whatever. How that works, you choose. And depending on who wants to be there in the server, they'll be there too or whatever. And then your tablet is your creation. I want to go into a video game. I want to pull up my favorite. I want to pull up Fall Out Boy and make them play in the living room real quick, or I want to rewatch The Sopranos and either be in the room or maybe I'll make this room into a giant fancy theater room and I'll watch from one of the chairs. And
shit, dude. Well,
I think your tablet is the source of all creation.
Yeah,
and you are more or less God with it.
Fuck, bro. I mean, going back to your original question, like I guess I would do anything that came to mind. At that
I definitely
point.
go to Pornhub a lot.
Like if it's just like.
But then, or do you just stand at the end of the bed jerking off?
Yeah, you just cuck.
You're just in
time,
the room,
you
just
fucking weirdo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
butthole shut. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, like if there's two internets in my head. If you're in the internet where you're just like a passive like viewer, where you are you're in the server and you are just like this persona that can go to all the web pages and play video games or whatever the fuck, versus what you're describing seems like it's more like bridging the reality to where you're almost a part of it to a degree, in that world, fucking your imagination is almost the limit in a way, like I liked the idea of going into a video game or a movie or show that you really love, that you like kind of assume existence in it, it may not be, you might not be able to interact with a whole lot, but it sounds like with a video game you might be able to like play the video game, and that'd be badass to be like, you could say World of Warcraft, be like the orc that's running around fucking murdering everybody.
Also with just where crazy AI is today, like let's say you wanted to be like, I want to meet George Carlin and him do a stand-up special performance, and then at the end I have a conversation with him. There's enough AI to where they can have him do the stand-up performance, something that was already written, and then write a script for him post that's interactive with you.
Yeah.
So you could feel like you're actually talking to him because it's got enough of his personality. And like, he wrote many books and he had a special every single year. So there's enough. If AI was to do this, George Carlin would probably be one of those people that would be easier to start with.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of him on screens talking. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like the creation of like Chat GPT and all these like AI for like corporate companies and like bigger things is starting to become like part of the social world at an extremely rapid rate, like AI nervous. For making images and AI for videos now, and AI for like you ever heard of deepfakes at all
day.
So like deepfakes is a product of AI technically, it's a series of images and reference material that now tell it to paste it within certain parameters, hence a porn video or something.
Yep,
You know.
yep.
But deep fakes aren't just for porn; it's for a bunch of shit. You
Yeah.
know, like they do deep fakes for like the presidents playing D&D together. You know,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
talk
true.
shit to each other. You
True.
know, so it's like literally like that's all of these things that you hear about have the basis of AI. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
so the reality of it really kind of, I guess, contorting our literal virtual reality into augmented like personal reality, you know, is very plausible in the next like 50 plus years, you know, because we already have VR.
Yep.
We already have holographic like augmented reality, which is like the
AR.
yeah, AR, exactly. So instead of, for people who don't know the difference, VR is something that you put on your face and go into a world. AR is something that is
Brings
otherwise
it to your environment.
correct. Yeah, it
Yeah.
like literally like that's like the Tupac concert, for example. They had
Yeah.
a long time ago. That's AR.
I
you
am
know?
hands down a much bigger fan of AR.
Yeah,
I would rather
bring it to our reality.
Yeah, I like the idea of like just at this table, like watching like a UFC fight,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys are only like 4 inches tall on the table.
That sounds
right?
fucking
And
sick.
You're watching
dude.
it live,
That
and
sounds
it's just
amazing.
projected on the table.
Yeah,
And it's like, yeah, it's perfect.
yeah.
Like,
I would invest a fuck
I
ton
would,
of money in that.
I would take that over front row seats in a VR helmet.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would
100%.
take that over sky drone shot in a VR helmet where I control a drone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
now,
I would-
what if VR was more accessible, where you didn't have to have a huge fucking headset that had to be just glasses or even like contact lenses?
I mean, we're talking about accessibility. AR is not accessible at all, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like nobody can get that shit.
yeah, but I mean, as far as like comparing technology, you know,
Yeah.
to make VR as cool, I guess, if you will, for AR.
like if you were to
you
be able
know?
to make it sunglasses size.
Yeah, because AR
Yeah.
is used in major applications, not really consumer. You
Yeah.
know, whereas VR is the opposite. It's consumer, not really used in major. You
Yeah,
know?
but it'd be sick if AR was in major, dude, because that would be.
It is. It is, dude. So not as
Well, as in,
frequently
like-
as we want, you know.
Well, like
but-
like you and I right now can
Mm-hmm.
go out and you could type in Google VR headset and have at least 3 options.
oh
If
yeah,
you typed in like
Right.
AR headset, like you
Right,
probably
not a
wouldn't
thing.
see anything.
No.
You'd maybe see something like on a Kickstarter page that somebody's trying to develop.
yeah. AR at a consumer level doesn't exist. You
That's
know?
what I'm
It's-
waiting for,
It's
though.
it's major corporate companies and entertainment companies
Yeah.
have it. You know,
Which is dope.
because it's like a cajillion fucking dollars. You know,
Yeah.
like the most famous one, and anybody who hasn't seen it should definitely check it out because it's pretty fucking cool. It's the close blending of VR and AR with the League of Legends tournament they had in like, I want to say 2017.
Oh, with the
2018.
dragon and shit?
Yeah, and the dragon flew into the stadium and
Yeah.
landed in. It wasn't there in person. It was for the virtual people who were watching it at home, you
Yeah.
know. But there's TVs in the stadium that literally project and show the dragon. So if you're watching the live show, you know, you can look at the TV because every concert, everything that you've ever had now has a big fucking monitor somewhere that has the cameras shooting
Yeah.
the show, you know.
I'm saying
so
I
they
see
see
what
the
you're saying.
dragon
So
there, you know.
It's AR for later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Which will probably save so much money on CGI and stuff down
Right.
the road.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
'cause
It
you'll-
saves a lot of money for sure.
Once you have it, I guess. Once
Mm-hmm.
it's developed, but I guess I would assume developing it is a financial nightmare.
Yeah, it's just because the technology is not as refined yet.
It would
That's the
be
only
so
reason.
much cooler though. I would
Mm-hmm.
ditch VR completely.
Yeah, me too.
VR's
Me
cool,
too.
but like 2 out of the 3 times I used it, I got sick.
Yeah, you
like,
have to adjust your brain to it. You know,
Borderlands
your
shouldn't
eyes.
have been made at all. And then I did like a roller coaster one, fucked my whole day up. My whole day.
Yeah, like you got queasy or what?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't even get seasick. I've been on a dinghy
Yeah.
in the ocean before.
Yeah,
A
nothing.
dinghy in the ocean. My
Nothing.
dad was probably trying to kill me,
Probably.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like it was just me, my dad, and stepdad. We went out into the bay and then went under the fucking bridge into the goddamn ocean on a small fucking boat.
Can you imagine trying to swim back if
Just
that thing topples?
no, you die.
You know,
you,
like
you
just
die
get,
back. Is
You just
what
get
you
pulled
do.
into the current,
You-
the currents.
You swim to where you die. Is essentially what happens. You just
That's fucked.
yeah,
That's
dude.
fucked to think about.
Where do you want to finally give up
Fuck,
at? You could see land and you're still gonna drown. That's the most
Yeah.
fucked up part.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine
Unless you're a
hitting,
really good swimmer.
bro? Can you imagine hitting the water, looking up and seeing the underside of the Golden Gate Bridge?
Fuck that, dude.
Fuck
that, dude.
Dude, I've been under that thing so many times. There's dolphins there and shit. Like, fuck that. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
I like
more
dolphins.
Scared of what's in the water with me.
Yeah, I like dolphins, and I would not want to be
No.
in the wild of water with dolphins.
No, fuck no.
Not even really at SeaWorld do
They
I
might
want to
try
be in the
and
water.
fucking kill you themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, in that order.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
or they
Fuck
might
you,
try
then
to
kill you.
They might try to kill and fuck you.
Yeah,
honestly,
whichever that comes first, I guess.
They be doing that. Speaking of big dicks, because we didn't go back to that. I was talking to my buddy earlier. It just totally reminded me of it. He was telling me that a friend of his had sent him a nude of like a chick he was hooking up with back in the
I thought you
day.
meant like his nude. I was like, whoa.
No. So
Those
it was
are
like-
some close friends, goddamn.
It was like a girl that he had hooked up with. He sent the other guy a nude of him hooking up with the girl, and like 40% of the picture is his dick. Right? And then it reminded me of this old coworker I had, who I won't say his name, but he was just the fucking funniest dude. Like, he was like a D1 athlete, but he
Fuck
was
yeah.
also kind of hood as fuck. So like that's why he wasn't in the NFL, and he was like at Gergenspoigels instead.
Sure.
And he was wild. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like just not a law-abiding citizen, and a real fun time to talk to.
Yeah.
And me and him got real close. And at one point, for some reason in our relationship, we developed this thing where he would show me videos of him fucking girls, but he would always have the camera focused pretty much exclusively on his own dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, just huge.
He's more getting off himself than he is the girl.
Dude, it's just he had just the biggest fucking black dick. It took the whole screen. And it's like, here's me getting a blowjob. She's getting about 4 inches down. He's still got all this meat left.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, why?
Some big dick energy right there.
It is, but it's so funny to be like, well, your dick is the centerpiece. Why did you show me this?
Yeah.
And then you come at me with another one. Some chicks fucking him or like dancing, and he's just jerking off. And the whole video is just him jerking off pretty much. And you're like, well, why'd you show me that one?
Yeah.
He's like, it's cool, right? I'm like, yep.
Sure.
It's the coolest
Like,
shit I've
are you
ever
trying
seen.
to fuck me? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Am I next in these videos?
Is this what we do when we're friends? I've never done this before.
That's hella funny.
I'm
Shout
not
out
showing
to you,
you.
bro.
I'm not showing you my dick.
Yeah, no.
No fucking way.
How do you think it feels for those unfortunate people that get the label of, oh, you're this race, so you probably have a big fucking like 7 or at least, you know, 7 up, you know,
how sad that
and they
must
don't
be.
actually have, you know,
I'd ride
like,
the confidence anyway.
Like, is that? But I mean, like, is that like disabling? I wonder for some people.
I'm sure it's got to be a
it's like
fucking
everyone
bummer.
expects you to be like a basketball player, but you can't even fucking dribble the ball, kind of thing. You know?
Everybody expects me to like own a city government position and like fucking hate every other race but my own and be a millionaire, but I'm not any of that shit either.
That's fair.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair.
But no, I would imagine, dude. Yeah, that would probably suck. Like,
Yeah.
but I would fake it. I would
Especially
just say
when-
that my dick is huge because everybody's gonna believe me.
Well, especially that moment, that first moment. If anybody's ever had this, I pity you. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, but like, you know, somebody's clear, some gal or guy, whatever, is macking on you because, you know, like, oh, this person clearly got a big fucking dick, you know.
Yeah.
And then you get to the bedroom, and then finally it's like you pull out a 3-year or lower, and it's just kind of like, and like you literally can see the disappointment in whoever was macking on you.
Yeah,
you know?
see,
like
that's what
that would suck.
that's what like
That would suck.
that's what reassured me in my young male adulthood that I had at least a medium penis.
Yeah,
Because I've never got an eyebrow raised, but I've
Yeah.
never seen
Yeah.
the physical look of disappointment.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Like,
100%.
holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like-
I've never gotten the damn, but I've never
like-
gotten the aw, buddy.
Yeah. Well, like also like I'm a big fat guy.
Yeah.
So unless I had like a fucking murder hog,
Yeah.
like it's gonna look like I don't got a lot of dick.
Murder.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've got a big ass phone, and everybody who sees my phone, they're like, "Wow, it's a really big phone." And to me, I'm a really big fucking dude. It's a normal size phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got the biggest one because it fits in all this fabric I have of a pocket.
Yeah.
And like to
And
me,
these
it doesn't
fucking
seem
shoots
crazy.
that I have for fucking pockets.
Yeah, dude. Like, I never really considered it because I just like a big screen because I play games on my phone. I watch
Sure.
porn.
Sure.
Like I want the most out of my
you want
sort
to be
of
able to
value.
see what you're looking at.
Yeah. I want to be able to see butthole in crazy resolutions.
And then at the same time, you want to play Raid Shadow Legends and see all of the fucking numbers and stats that you're hitting.
yeah, exactly. And fucking, and then I see somebody else's phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like half the size of mine. And I'm like, well, how do you get along with this little ass phone? I'm like, oh, because you're physically a smaller entity walking around. You as a being is half the size of me. So things must be bigger to you just in general. Like, have you ever seen Shaq hold a soda?
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, it looks like a mini soda.
What is a can
Yeah.
to us is nothing to him, you know?
Yeah.
That's how my penis feels on my gigantic body. I think I got a nice medium penis.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I'm saying? It's about as long as my phone hard, and this is a big phone.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah,
You know, if I was a normal sized person, that's probably good dick.
Yeah, yeah.
It's husband dick.
Yeah.
You know
100%.
what I'm saying? This guy had dick, though.
Yeah, of course.
Holy
He's got an
shit.
actual murder hog.
He had just a fucking
Yeah.
pipe. I'm sure it didn't even grow. I think it was just that big soft, and then it would stand
It's
up.
a shower. You
Yeah,
know?
just a shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
All
saying? Like,
performance.
yeah, like it just goes from sleeping to awake. Mine's like, you know, it's like the grand gesture. It's like, I'm here. As my head emerges from my foreskin, and I'm already circumcised. I'm just so fat that my dick's hiding anyway. It's like, hi, world. Holy shit. And then it's fucking sticking its head out as far as it can like a dog out a fucking window. It's like, yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
Super excited.
Feels like it's trying to leave the rest of my body.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
what was that quote that we heard a while ago that from one dude that was like, "Hey, if your dick doesn't hang past your balls, shut the fuck up." You know?
Yeah. I love that. I fucking
Oh
love
my
that.
god, it's so intense,
Mine
dude.
sits
I
up at
love
the
it.
top on lookout. Mine's protecting. Mine protects my balls in a different way.
See, for me, it's hard because like my balls sag pretty fucking far. You know,
That's dick.
I'm already getting like the old man balls. You know,
Nice.
like for sure. And like in just a general, like clearly, like my
Dude,
body's
I've-
like, okay, I can't hold this shit no more. Stop.
I've had a sneak peek into that because of my big thighs. I have sat down and crushed a nut once or twice
Oh
in my
yeah,
life.
yeah.
And it is enough for me to get out in traffic and cause a scene.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh
yeah.
my god, is that fucking painful?
Yeah, I have thunder thighs too. I've
Wow.
had thunder thighs since I was a kid, so I've smashed my balls many a time.
Oh, it's such a.
Yeah,
Oh, yo.
this is
Ugh.
a weird topic. For
It's
sure.
making my stomach feel weird because I can phantom
Feel it?
pain. I felt it. I
Yeah.
can feel it. I've done it
I've
so many
definitely
times.
like rolled two balls together like billiard
Yeah.
balls. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like.
Why were we talking about the boat shit?
Oh man! Oh, we were talking about the boat shit because fuck shit. Why were we talking about the boat
I don't
shit?
know, man. Boats are scary.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
you got to
remember.
ride the wave, I guess, people.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
well,
definitely
we
not a
originally we were
swimmer.
talking about VR, AR. You know,
Yeah.
I don't remember what the segue was. you
Big
know,
dicks.
but
Then no,
possibly.
Big Dicks was after the boat shit. Somebody's screaming at their fucking car radio right now.
Fuck you, stupid.
You were
fucks.
talking about evolution.
Well, originally we were
Child
talking about
avatars.
the VR AR because of the whole like internet subconscious going into the fucking
Oh.
servers and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So I just don't remember the segue into the boat.
I think if I got to choose one though, like let's say like the government put out a vote and they're like, we're focusing on one. Fuck you.
Probably AR.
AR all
Probably
day. dude.
AR. Yeah.
I remember like seeing a Kickstarter for some AR glasses back in the day, and I almost contributed just because I was like, one, I could throw away $3 just for a dream. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
I mean, like the idea of like AR too, like I mean, just imagine like the convenience of it in the sense of just at your home. You know, like you say you're cooking dinner for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you need a recipe or something. If you have these glasses on, in theory, you could go, "Hey Google," or whatever the fuck your program is, you know,
Yeah.
whatever you're using, and a little fucking image would pop up next to the pot that you're fucking cooking food in
Yeah.
or whatever fuck, and it would be something that you could reach your finger out and scroll, and to other people it look like you're just fucking, you know, rolling your finger at nothing, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but to you you're looking through a whole menu or
the fuck's
something,
wrong
you
with
know,
him? Yeah.
right, you know, but that's AR, you
Yeah.
know, like
Well-
until you don't need a device
Yeah.
to project on your face, which I don't know how that would even be possible.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be a projection system, and I think until we can pass beyond that level of technology, I don't know if we're going to be able to expand it too much further. You know?
The one thing I never hear people talk about with VR, and I feel wholeheartedly, it's weird that it doesn't come up, is how unsafe it is
Oh yeah.
for you to throw something that deafens and blinds you in your environment
Mm-hmm.
and distracts you entirely. Like, dude, like you can, if somebody was in a VR chat,
Mm-hmm.
like playing a video game and they're the only one in the house, you probably break into that house and have everything before
Yeah.
they're even done with that level.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because your sound is like, because they have the headphones in your ear, so the
Yeah.
sound is blocking out. You have something on your face you can't see.
And you're immersed. If
You
it's
know,
good, you're really in it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're-
And there's been many a time where like I've took like lifted my VR headset to like look around and make sure like, okay, no one's fucking with me, right? Okay, cool. You know, and I go back. Like it's just that natural instinct.
Yeah,
You know.
I had like the early version where you would you'd buckle your phone into the lens.
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
you'd download an app in
We
your
fucked
phone.
with that. I think I have a recording, an audio recording of us fucking around with it
That's
in
awesome.
the old townhouse.
And even just like watching porn, which I only did once because I think it was too new VR porn at the time. Like there wasn't a lot of it.
Probably more of a fisheye lens than it was.
It
like
was
actual.
that's really
you know?
what it was. It was
Yeah.
just a fisheye lens and like a POV video.
Yeah.
But like I remember even just watching porn, like just like being there, like I don't like the idea that somebody could just come into my room and I wouldn't even know.
No idea. Yeah.
I'd be jerking off, kissing the air, pinching fake titties.
Pretending to lick and squish.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Fucking biting my lip and holding fake ass. Fucking dude, somebody can watch you jerk off to completion and then leave the room before you take the fucking headphones off.
If somebody finds you and then stops and watches until you're
well,
done,
like, what if
you
they're-
have a different kind of problem.
What if it was like a home invasion, right? And then the guy comes in through the goddamn window and you're full beat session in the VR world. There's no getting to you, bro. You got
man.
there's a cum storm raging in your head and you got tunnel vision
Yeah.
and you're in VR.
Yeah,
like-
100%. This dude opens up the fucking like garage door or wherever you're in to doing your thing, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're in there with like a little Swiffer handle, fucking flicking your butthole with it, pretending like you're getting it eaten. He just decides not to rob you. Like I gotta get the fuck out
like
of here.
this poor motherfucker."
Wow.
All right, we're bouncing.
But,
You know,
like,
but real
nobody-
quick, he like sneaks around and looks at see what brand of VR you got. It's like tight,
Nice.
tight.
Oculus, he's deep. He's deep.
That's how you know you have the technology, bro. Oh
But-
my god.
But nobody fucking talks about like how just incredibly vulnerable you are.
Yeah.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
With AR, that's not a thing.
Yeah, right. 'Cause
'Cause,
it's in your reality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody comes in the door, they might just walk through the image.
That's true.
You know what
You
I'm
wouldn't
saying?
even
Like,
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, and then I just think for a general like consumer level thing,
Hmm.
AR makes more sense for everybody. Old people will use it. Like the middle aged people use it. Sports fans will use it.
Yeah.
I mean, as a sports fan, which I am not, I think I would rather AR watch the game live across a table and everybody's like a 2-inch figurine than I would VR sitting on the bench in the sidelines.
Yeah.
Even if I can walk around on the field, right? And you're allowed during plays, during huddles, everything, you can walk around. You can sneak over the other team
yeah.
and watch their huddle.
Oh, yeah.
You could play with the refs' balls a little bit. I would still take the AR projection over my table every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think for kids, like it'd probably be better if they weren't even using either. But I guess if you choose one,
even watching VR in a live sense, I don't even know how that would even fucking work other than it being one view for the most part, you know?
it's one
So,
chair.
Yeah.
Everybody's
right.
in that one chair in the
Yeah, like,
beginning third from the left. Front
VR
row.
is used in corporate for conferences, you know,
Yeah.
because it's usually one room that's a camera that's just looking at the whole room,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Or it's an environment where everyone's connecting to a virtual conference room, you know,
Yeah.
and they're all sitting in like their own fake chairs, you know, but like there's not like VR where you can like go a whole building, go all to the different floors and stuff,
No, 'cause
unless it's
it's-
like programmed separately.
Because it's
you
usually
know?
like one camera, right? If
Yeah.
it's something that's like real.
yeah, like
like,
live VR.
Yeah,
is
not like a
yeah.
video
Mm-hmm.
game VR, but like if you actually wanted to sit in a conference room, there's in that conference room there's one camera that's
Right.
got like a 360-degree lens, I would assume.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just picking up everything. By the way, 360-degree lenses are dope.
Yeah.
I remember when those first
Some
came
sick
out,
shit for
and
sure.
on YouTube you can like move the video around live.
Yeah, now they have a lot of technology that's gone further into that.
Yeah.
Where it's like AI based, like
Yeah.
fully like wider lenses where they take multiple lenses of different varying sizes and it works together and it can pan out or zoom in, zoom out, pan to left or right to different parts of the room, and it's smart enough to figure out who's talking in the room
Yeah.
based off of mouth movement and then location of sound. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit's fucking getting wild. Sound design and sound engineering is like one of the biggest reasons why that tech even works in the first place. You know?
Well, yeah, because you're not going to get immersed if it's in
No.
like a stereo form.
No, but I mean like in the sense of like there's at high level like there's certain engineering programs and software design where
Yeah.
you can like play a sound in a massive room and that program can literally tell you what seat and what row it's in, where that sound's coming
Oh,
from.
yeah. I learned a little bit about that when I was shopping for sound bars.
Yeah.
Because sound bars, depending on how many channels you have, are sending the sound in different directions.
Right.
So there can be delays. It can hit
Right.
a wall and hit you later.
Yeah.
Make it feel like it's behind you. Or,
Yeah, and sound's physical.
Or maybe it's on your shoulder. And
a lot
it's
of people,
physical vibration.
forget that sound is it's a real physical thing. We can't see it.
And it moves in 360 degrees.
Yeah, and then the
outwards.
way it, depending on low or higher frequencies, it acts differently.
Yeah, so higher frequencies are the thinner and high, like the higher voice, but they're easier to break, so they bounce off of like windows and doors.
Correct. Yep.
And lower frequencies are deep bass,
And they cut through.
and they can cut through things, but they can't travel as far.
Correct. No, they travel further.
They travel further.
Low end frequencies always travel further. High end frequencies taper off faster.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Like a nuke, for example, when it goes.
Yeah,
The
so
first thing
can-
you hear is usually the sound and then the
Yeah.
shockwave.
and then understanding where you're sending that wave of sound and how it can successfully hit certain points and be absorbed in some points but reflected in others, to where it literally feels like you're watching a TV and it feels like somebody behind you just said something, and it's like convincing that you heard it behind you because you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like that. And then, when you bring that into VR, like you're trying to create a level of immersion to where you're in the whole world.
Yeah.
This isn't like it's in front of me. Oh, I heard that one behind me. No, this is sound
Full 360.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Up, down,
exactly.
left, right, behind me. Coming out of my fucking ass.
There's so much science behind sound, and
Yeah.
just that small application we described is applied in so many different ways in like high-end engineering.
Yeah.
So VR was cool, but there's so many limitations to what you can do if you want
Yeah.
to make it a live VR experience. If you're pre-making something like a video game or whatever that's like all within a programmed world, that's one thing, But live VR, I think, can't really compete with like a live AR, because in theory, live AR is just a projection system, that has the sound that you pull from, like if you're watching a soccer game, like you're saying, it would just be pulling the sound from whatever the microphones are on site recording that place. You're not getting like a fully immersed thing. You're just getting a projection system.
So do you think that, and so when it reaches a consumer level, do you think it's going to be like the same as a sound system where you pick how many cameras you're willing to, or projectors you're willing to mount in your room, and that will determine your experience with AR? So like, let's say it's like you could buy the 12 package, and that gives you one for all four corners, a centerpiece, sides for the walls, and then maybe something for the bottom.
Sure.
And that's like the full, like, it can do whatever you want in the room. And then there's more basic packages where maybe it comes with 3 and it can only be in a certain area or a certain size. And then, because it's never, I just feel like you need a lot of fucking projectors.
Right. That's what I was saying before.
And you need something
earlier.
for it to project onto.
Right.
Right? Like one thing that was really dope was in Disney when they do the World of Color, like they're using the fountains at a constant rate at high pressure, and that's be creating a mist wall that they're projecting movies onto.
Yep. Correct. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they literally made a screen of fucking mist, and they're showing you clips from Toy Story. Like that's
cool, isn't it?
It's insane.
Yeah.
But my point is like you're bouncing light from so many different spots, so it's going to reach at certain times to create the ultimate picture. That you also need something for that light to be sticking to in the one spot for that picture to create itself onto.
Yeah.
So will it be like like you use AR, but you got like a little fog machine? It's not dense fog whatsoever, but it does create kind of an aura in the room to where it makes images better, or like you have to buy special lights, that...
Yeah, so I think the biggest limitation, as you said, is the projection system. Like, like that needs to evolve before AR can evolve,
Yeah.
So, like, I would think the most, I guess, current way you would do it, if you had the technology for it, was have somewhere in the ceiling a module of some kind that can see an entire room and project in an entire room based off of what's in it, because there is AR and AI technology that can see something and make coordinates based off of an image, right? Or
That's
what it
fucking-
sees, right?
Yeah.
So that's actually like this is an idea that I kind of feel like I should patent, But I thought of an idea a long time ago that if AR started taking off, it'd be really cool to have the equivalent of how HVAC has a little screen somewhere in the house, right? Mm. And you could go into your living room, for example, and connect to your little fucking tablet screen and go, I want a cabin feel in my living room right now.
Yeah.
And you choose it, and the AR technology would be able to know where your couch is, build coordinates, and project a new image onto it.
And then, and then next you start getting certain machines that have smells loaded into them.
Yeah.
That can
yeah.
project the right smell.
Right. And then obviously there might be limitations where if you have like a soft couch and you put like a hard bench, you're going to sit down on it. It's still going to be a soft couch, right?
Yeah, but the fact that it looks like a fucking bench is crazy.
Right. The point is the ambience because you're just projecting on top of something.
I think smell has to come next.
Right.
I think smell is like a weird, unthought of part of the immersion because I think it's because smell isn't always present and it always is at the same time.
Sure.
Right. Like you smell everything all day, every time you breathe through your nose.
You just don't realize it.
You just don't think about it. Yeah, right. Like it's not until something stands out in that area, but like you're always smelling something. You're just not really thinking about it at all. So
there's a stat for that actually.
Like,
that you when you're eating and stuff, use 90% but a good chunk of your eating flavor is in scent. There's this water drinking thing now that it's just regular water, but what they do, it's like a little cap that you put a flavored like scent thing on top of it.
Yeah.
And as you're drinking regular water, but you're smelling strawberry or like soda, and it's tricking your brain and thinking you're getting sugar,
Yeah.
When in reality you're just getting water because you're tasting,
you
quote
drink
unquote,
15 cups of water and get sick.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be
So
sick.
that's a real thing,
And I hate to use them as an example again, but in Disney,
all the churro smells and shit.
no, that's a thing. That's a fucking thing. But no, they have the orchestra movie, right? Where they have orchestras play live the soundtrack to like a cartoon where it's Mickey and Donald in the Mickey Mouse magic hat, and Donald takes it and goes through all the cartoons. There's a part where there's like a splash, and a little bit of water splashes everybody in the audience from the ceiling, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Tiny little
And then there's another part where they're like baking or something, and then the whole room fills with cinnamon.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
yeah.
you got to give it to Disney. It's like when it comes to the immersion aspects of things,
all over it.
They pay the top money for the top engineers. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad to think like we got much better engineers working for Disney than we do NASA. You know what I'm saying?
To some degree, yeah.
Or probably most things that we can use those engineers for. But Mouseketeers, whatever you want to fucking call them, dude, they are the elite.
Yeah, well, I mean, from the get-go, they wanted their world to be like I think I can't remember his full name, but
Walt Disney?
Is it Walt Disney? Or is it just Walt Disney? Did he have a middle name though?
He probably did, but
I don't
nobody
remember
gives
his
a fuck
full
about
fucking.
that shit.
Anyways, who gives
I've
a
been
fuck?
to his
Yeah, you're
museum
right.
twice, and I don't know.
Yeah, who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, his life was a bummer.
He's a racist motherfucker anyway. So
Hell yeah, bro. Who wasn't back then? You know?
that's fair.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
was.
yeah. I don't
But
say it unless you do.
Walt Disney at one point, I think on record said that he wanted people to, when they came to Disneyland, feel like they were in a different place, a land, and that's why whenever you go into Disneyland, the exit is only one or two locations, and emergency exits are hidden and only revealed until emergency happens.
Yes, and then they've got go away green. They've got the perfect color that your eye just kind of skips over.
Yep.
I was looking for it the whole time. The last 2 times I've been there, I found it once, and it was the back of one of the little shops in California Adventure, and everything. Here's the thing. The back of every building has a fence and tons of foliage against it.
Yeah.
Of every building.
Right.
So that way, you're just walking along like hedge walls. If you think about it, like you're always kind of in a hedge wall space.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next. It's because they're hiding the back of every building, and then the back of every building was that go away green color. Everything was that fucking color. And then I couldn't name an emergency exit fucking anywhere.
Right, yeah.
But also as far as being ahead of it, like that evening with Mr. Lincoln thing has been around since Disneyland opened. And that's a fucking robot that today is better than most fucking robots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure they update it and stuff too.
I'd hope
design
so.
It. It probably would break by now, I feel like.
It must have broken at least by now, but as far as like what that thing looked like, it was probably generally the same like 60 years ago. Like,
yeah.
Because they didn't approve upon it. They probably just maintenance it. But like even in the little video that you watch before the robot starts talking, it's talking about like this fucking freaked people out.
Yeah.
Like this,
I bet it did.
This scared people.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
We still don't have this tech. I mean, you see like MIT and Boston Mechanics or whatever. They're Boston Dynamics. They're coming out with robots, but they all look like, you know, District 9 or Halo robots, or it's like a weird dog or some shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's got Lincoln. Just talks and his mouth moves. He's he's moving around and shit. Like, kind of looks like he's looking at you, and it's not that weird, creepy robot look.
Yeah.
And he did that fucking
while ago,
like a fucking century
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Like not in our lifetime, but like pre-Nazis, he made that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dude. You know, I think
we were
lot of
fighting by hot air
now,
balloons when this motherfucker was building
dropping
robots
rocks
at Disneyland
and shit. You know?
Yeah, dude. We're still using mustard gas. This guy had fucking Mickey Mouse riding a rowboat.
Yeah,
like,
you know, and it's amazing what, you know, money can do when you have enough of it, you know.
Son of a
And
bitch,
they had
yeah.
a fuck ton of it, you know.
Still do.
God damn.
Dude, what's his name? Bob. I saw an article today that Bob Iger was gearing up to sell Apple to Disney, or no, Disney to Apple. It was like one
Oh,
or the other.
shit. Disney to Apple?
It's one or the other.
Holy fuck. I probably would expect Apple to Disney, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was
which
thinking
is
too.
not a good thing, but
Yeah,
still.
but yeah, I think one's about to finally eat the other one.
Probably Disney.
Yeah.
Disney, you know, as much as we've been hyping Disney, Disney is a very, very, very dangerous thing for
It's a
corporate-
cult.
for economic America.
For humans.
You know? Because they're creating a monopoly is the problem, you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and monopolies literally crash economies, you know. So
Yeah.
like there's a reason why Congress went in and
Yeah.
stopped Paramount, you know,
Yeah,
from
but-
controlling the movie industry.
But I'll
know?
tell you something Paramount doesn't have. All right. All right. So I went to Universal Studios in the California, in the Los Angeles, and this was a lot of fun. I really liked it. I think it was tailored more towards me than Disney is, because I was never a big Disney guy.
Sure.
You know, Simpsons Land, Mario Land, you got my fucking attention. And you know, you get there and like you can get the early access passes for like fucking $20, so you get to go in half an hour early. Disneyland, by the way, that's probably like $800
Yeah.
to go in early
Starting.
for one person.
Yeah, just starting.
One day, yeah. And then, you know, like you get there and there's like a small crowd of people and they get in, you know, right when they get in, and then slowly the place fills up with people. At fucking Disneyland, security gates open at 7. Normal gates open at 8. The rest of the park opens up at 8:30. Motherfuckers are there at 5
Yeah.
to get through the
Flooded
security
in.
guard at 7.
Yeah.
To stand in the middle area until 8.
So they can
To
go into
stand in the
park.
little bullshit middle part in the downtown part of the park before it splits off until 8:30, and they fill it.
Yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
fill it.
Oh, yeah, every
Name
time.
me a corporation that can do that with human beings other than Disney. They fill it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Presidential assassinations don't get this attention. All right, like,
Yeah.
like,
You're not wrong.
It is insane. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "Why are we here?" Like, we're showing up at like 7, and like I'm like, "Why are we here?" And my ex was like, "Well, this is when security opens." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, so the park opens at 7." She's like, "No, 8:30."
Oh my god.
I was like, "Well, what are we doing
Fuck
until
that,
fucking
dude.
8:30?" Oh, well, at 8 we get to go. We get to go in the park. So
Yeah.
from 7 to 8, we'll
Just roam
kinda-
around.
We'll get no. You can't roam around because you got to get in line.
Well, I mean, oh, that's right.
You got to
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
7 to 8, bro. You got there at 7, so you could be first in line to get there at 8. So you could be first in line to run away at 8:30 when they open that shit. So I fucking show up, and it's just like you know, like Universal, you got like 15 people showing up early, getting ready for the day. At Disney, you filled the streets. Anaheim traffic is dedicated to you and you only, and there is a mass of people that Disney's like the biggest thing in their life. And look, good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if you really like Disney in that way. I personally, I think I talked about it when I went on the show. I wish that I had Thomas just hurt himself. I wish that I fucking I wish I had passion like people who love Disney do. Because people who love Disney ride or fucking die for it, bro. They do not tolerate no shit.
Yeah.
You cannot talk shit about Disney to a person who loves Disney. They will either fight to death over it or they actually might cut themselves. So you just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, it's culty for sure.
point being, I mean, I can't think of another corporation in this world that, or even event in this world that moves people like Disney does.
Yeah, it's on a consistent basis too.
And it's an
you know?
entertainment company. You know what I'm saying? Apple is how fucking 48% of the country's communicating with each other on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Disney's movies and some good soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a couple cool theme parks. And it's the most dominating industry this planet's ever seen.
Well, yeah,
It's bigger than
especially
fucking
'cause of that
Rome.
theme park, you know.
Yeah,
like-
Disney could have fought Rome.
I bet if you compared though how many people own and use like computers or Apple products, and then compared to how many people like go to Disneyland every day, you know, probably
Yeah.
comparable numbers.
Well, that's
you
why
know?
I can see Apple buying Disney, just because as far as this, like, you know, if Android, it's funny to even say it exists because Apple really does have the fucking market.
Right.
Sorry.
Joey Diaz.
Android's an umbrella. Android's an umbrella. Apple's an actual product, right? So Android, you got Samsung, you've got LG, you've got Google, you've got fucking some other weird Chinese off-brand ass name that I can't name. You got all these companies coming together like the fucking Justice League, a bunch of shitty runner-ups trying to be fucking Android. Apple's just Superman, bro. He's like, I'll fucking kill every single one of
Yeah,
you.
Apple made its own proprietary thing.
Yeah,
you know?
so I mean, I can see if it's that Bob Iger is selling Disney to Apple, I can see it. But then, who wins the politics game? I guess it's Apple's calling all the shots on Disney shit now.
That's the thing, yeah. That's part of it. Is why a lot of people have been protesting Disney, like pretty much buying up all these studios and like IPs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because eventually they'll control and have permanent say on whatever is made. You know,
Dude,
so vice versa would be a problem with Apple too.
It would be
probably.
like the Disney iPhone, and you can't watch porn on it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or it
Yeah.
has an NSFW feature in general. You can't watch
Yeah.
anything provocative. You can't watch people get murdered on the internet on it. It just blocks it. It wipes it. You just get Mickey Mouse ears.
I mean, and like hopefully the hopeful idea is that if any company buys another, they just buy them for the money and let them continue doing what they're doing successfully.
And
with
just
a
making
couple-
way more money for them. Yeah.
Right, and then maybe put in a couple rules to be compliant to how their system works. You
Yeah.
know, but that's ideally what what happens, but not always. That's not what happens.
Well, how do you buy a business that is that successful? Do you just like project like 10 years worth of income and offer that to the CEO, or like you have to make a deal that's lasts longer than death, right? Because if I held Disney,
Right.
whatever the perks I'm getting for selling Disney needs to outlast my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have a golden egg here, which means if I'm gonna sell you this golden egg, my great grandchildren should be rich.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's like the biggest thing in the world we're giving up here. So like I don't know, like how do you even come up with the bid?
Usually
you know?
in the billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. You know,
But when you think about what they can generate, then the guy has to come. It's like, well, we can make that in revenue over 22 years. That's a long time, but maybe that's not worth, you know.
well, I would argue that it's not much different from because every big company that is worth their salt that makes billions of dollars, and I only can say this because I work for a company that's $1 billion company, you know, but the way that normally it works is there's a board of people, you know, that either don't work for the company or have experience in said industry, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's a board of 10 plus usually in any company, and whenever that CEO or whoever owns it moves on, it gets passed to somebody in that board
Yeah.
or somebody gets hired on that has the same vision but has to kind of, you know, be appropriate to the board because the board is what owns the company, you know. Like
Yeah.
they're the ones who own the main chunks
They're all the
of
main
company.
investors,
Right.
Yeah.
So there's not much difference between us being on a board and somebody handing us a company versus us being on the board and then us being bought out by another company
Yeah.
that we just all there and join, or the board gets disbanded and only a couple of us go. You
Okay,
know?
I see. It's like we'll sell it, but
So-
we're still gonna be sitting at this fucking table.
Right, because there's a lot of concerns for people buying. There's obviously more red tape,
Well, yeah.
a lot of more things to it. But usually it devolves down to what group is moving where when so and so is buying who.
Well, if Apple takes Disney, then they've got entertainment locked.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah.
They own the world on entertainment. And then you got what, Chevron, and then fucking one other company, and then the three of them will just divide it up.
Yeah.
Like who's Walmart gonna eat, or who's gonna eat Walmart? 'Cause
Probably Amazon.
That's gonna have to happen eventually. Yeah.
I feel like Amazon would eat a lot of people.
Oh my god, dude! If Amazon ate Walmart, it can use all the locations as distribution centers.
Yeah.
And that'd be sick. Fuck Walmart.
Dude, they get so
Fucking
much fucking
shithole.
money, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing too. It's not like if we're on the board and the owner of our company sells off to so and so. It's not like
Yeah.
we're going to be affected unless we're part. Because usually we're part of that conversation.
Yeah.
It's not like the owner goes like, "Well, fuck all of you guys. I'm just go sell this." Because usually owners that do that, it topples the company because
Yeah.
it trickles down to the employees. So if you're smart, most of the time, if we're in a board and we are obviously know what we're talking about in the industry that we're boarding for,
Yeah.
When somebody buys us, that person that bought us is likely going to bring on all those people that are on that board and keep us on because we've been part of that growing industry.
winning. Yeah.
Right? Like there's no reason to bend that when it's
Yeah.
already working.
Speaking of which, let me
So-
say something about Walmart.
Okay.
Now, I worked at Target. Now, Target and Walmart are the same thing, except for one's for rich white women and the other ones are for trash. And I developed like a distaste in my mouth for Walmart working at Target because I felt bougie.
Okay.
I think what it is.
Sure.
I think, I was a cashier. I was a cart pusher with his nose to the sky. Just fucking, just peasants everywhere. I can't fucking believe it. I think I realized, we just have a bad Walmart.
Yeah.
Bro, if you go to Walmart somewhere else, it's a pretty good time. In Truth and Consequences, New Mexico, I go to see my family. I never see my family. Every day I'm out there, I go to Walmart 2 or 3 times.
You ever see superstores that are basically trying to be Walmart, but out in Oregon, for example?
No.
There's a superstore out in Oregon that
There's one superstore in this world, and it is Bass Pro Shop.
Bass Pro Shop.
God bless America.
I'm sure somebody who listens to the show that's in Oregon knows exactly what I'm talking about, but there's some fucking absolute mega store that's out there that I've been to. I can't remember the name escapes me at the moment.
Sam's Club.
No,
Same
imagine
guy?
4 Sam's Clubs put together.
Yikes.
Plus, yeah, dude,
Double Costco.
yeah, and that's literally for real,
Yeah.
and that's literally what a lot of WalMarts are outside of our metropolis area, because we're very metropolitan in this area because of all the variety that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But the further you go out and there's less options, and there just needs to be a one is all convenience
Walmart.
space. Usually Walmart's
Yes,
the one
sir.
that's provided.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of people go how does Walmart have so many stores? I'm like, because a lot of people need an all-in-one space and don't have
Go
the
to a-
luxury to drive.
Go to a back-assward ass town. All
Yeah.
right? That's why we have Walmart.
Right. Well, because a lot of people
Jesus
get desensitized,
Christ.
or not desensitized. They get illusioned because we can go to a store, drive out, turn 1 block, and there's 7 more stores, of varying sizes
Not
with
only that-
specialty stuff. and,
Exactly. we can think of what we want and go to a store that just sells that.
Right, and a lot of people
You know?
in other states, in countries even too,
Yeah.
but other states that don't have that metropolitan kind of vibe,
Yeah.
they don't have those advantages. They have other advantages, but they
Yeah.
don't have that economic advantage
Look-
to be able to have all this variety.
See, I think
know?
Truth and Consequences is a good example of that because when I started going there, young, right? 1 stoplight, even that was pretty crazy. The town was almost didn't even build the fucking thing. And then I think the time around maybe our junior year, they finally decided to build a fucking Walmart. And
Jesus.
I watched the Walmart come in. They build a whole second street light for this fucking Walmart, like the Pope was coming to town. We increased our traffic infrastructure 100% for a Walmart. Now, given that was from 1 stoplight to 2, that is still 100% increase in infrastructure over 1 corporation. and then it came in and it just fucking closed everything else.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bullocks, Burks, all the little fucking, where you got clothes, done. Where you got groceries, done. You
Yeah.
ever wanted a TV before? Done, bro. Like, you need car tires, a pillow, and a fucking mixing spoon? We're going to Walmart.
Yeah, dude.
And if
Literally
I
all
get
in
stuck
one.
at that fucking light again today, I'm going to kill everybody when I get home.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
it's rigged. If you don't sit in the turn lane right, you might be there 42 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, and then you come out here and compare it, you know?
Yeah.
And the Walmart here is just a regular store to many other stores,
And
you know?
it's like they're literally living in an episode of South Park. Like, when vape became popular, like, let's say roughly a decade ago, like when it really started to pop off, they just started opening vape shops just everywhere in the town because the economy is so small. If somebody has an idea for a business, they probably just give them the building
Right.
because
Yeah.
they would rather have
Flowing
motherfuckers
money.
in the buildings than just have a bunch of empty shit because the town's poor.
Yeah.
And then now, because weed has finally become like full legal recreational in New Mexico, it went through a lot of trial and error over the last 15 years.
A lot of states have, yeah.
Yeah, like they went from seed to stale state, medical, recreational, all the bullshit. Now that weed's like legal, they literally in the fucking town, they have a dispensary next door to a dispensary. Like that's where it happened to be renting that's where it was open.
Yeah.
It was the right size little shop to be. We're going to open up with sharing a wall with the neighbor. They share the wall. You can knock
That's
on
nuts,
it and hear
dude.
the other dispenser.
That's crazy. Can
I've
you
been
imagine
to both.
somebody trying to do that here?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? I feel like that's a good way to start a gunfight, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You opened what next to my fucking store? You know?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, also, speaking of gunfights, that just reminds me of the most American state there's ever been in this entire country, and that's Nevada.
okay.
I think people sleep on Nevada. Nevada is the most American place I've ever been in my fucking life. First of all,
because we don't count Las Vegas. Las Vegas is its own fucking.
no,
you know,
that's
that's its own Wild
That's
West.
its own country.
Yeah.
All right, compared to Nevada, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Just like okay, so you know how it seems like anything in Vegas is legal. That's because anything in that state is
It's
legal.
legal. Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I went last year. Like, I went to a dispensary that shared the parking lot. Same parking space. You go in and you go get your weed. You come out, you walk next door to the gun range.
Damn.
The gun
Hell
range.
Yeah, get
You-
blitzed and then go shoot some guns.
Dude, yes.
Oh my fucking
Yes.
god.
Go buy some edibles, rent an AR for 2 hours, sit there for the first 45 minutes hanging out, and then get up and start shooting. Dude, and then right next to that, one little parking lot over, not much, cross a little dirt in your car. That's what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Whorehouse. Or
Damn.
whatever they call them, bunny ranches. They're everywhere.
Yeah, there's probably some fancy name for them now to make
Yeah,
them not seem
there's
so. Yeah.
slot machines in the grocery store, and there was like 11 casinos in this ghost town. Like Dayton,
Wow.
Nevada. Dayton, Nevada is essentially just a gas station and a whole shit ton of casinos. Like, it is a tiny bullshit speck of civilization
Yeah.
hanging on to the nutsack of Carson City. It's just barely hanging on to it, just giving a little squeeze and being like, hey,
Yeah.
we're here still. Make sure the gas trucks
Don't
stop
forget.
here on the way out.
Yeah.
Don't let
Dude,
them
you
go
know
back
it's the
up towards
truckers.
Reno.
You know it's the truckers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
100%.
Oh, they got one of the nice big
Yeah.
ass like Sinclair gas stations. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's
Hell
like,
yeah.
It's like a fucking Costco parking lot for a gas station. And
It's the town of indulgence for truck drivers.
bro, I want to live in a town of indulgence for truck drivers. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of the nicest gas stations I've ever been in. The gas station had its own version of Chipotle in it.
Damn.
It had its own version. Motherfucker with hot plates. You want
Yeah.
a burrito, nachos, or taco?
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? And then you fucking one ingredient at a time.
That sounds nice.
In the gas
Sounds
station.
nice. That sounds nice.
Holy
And
shit.
it's that actually being good too, and not some weird
Yeah,
fucking.
because everybody's fucking
sitting forever.
killing it. They're all happy and American.
Yeah, they're all
Everybody's got a gun.
American, patriotic as fuck over
Dude.
here in Nevada.
Wild horses.
Wild
Wild horses.
Yeah. I forgot that there's
Shit.
a whole bunch of them out there.
Shit
isn't
in
there?
the street.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, dude. Just like there's just 4 horses in a dude's yard.
Desensitized
One of
very
them's
clearly.
eating from a potted plant. The other one just shit on his Camaro. And you just look at me like, look at they're out there again, like a cat.
Yeah.
Like the same way I look at a stray cat. That's how they look at wild fucking horses. I wanted to trap
Yep,
one.
supposed to be there. You wanted to trap a horse?
I'm still not sure about the laws on that.
I'm sure you get your fucking chest kicked in before
You would
could.
probably get fucked up.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the kind of state where they would just let you get killed.
Yeah, right.
You know
This
what I'm
dumb
saying?
fuck's
Yeah,
trying
so
this.
Which means it's not really
Social Darwinism right here.
Which means it's not really illegal. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause here's my thing, right? Is this legal? Let's say you're hanging out in your garage. You open it up to get some fresh air, and you see a stray cat, and it looks like it's going through it. It's all fucking fur's all matted and shitty looking, and it just looks like this cat's seen enough. You know what I'm saying?
He's seen some shit.
And then you decide to bring the cat home. You help nurse it back to life. You give it comfort and a little bed, like a little blanket and a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And you give it the milk, you know what I'm saying? Eventually
Milky.
its
Little
fur
milky.
grows back. It gets to know you. Now this is your cat.
Oh,
And
fuck.
you fucking decide.
Ding, 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 dong.
And then you decide, like, I'm just going to keep this cat, right?
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
just put a collar on it so it doesn't get adopted or taken away by animal control. And then, it's your cat now, right? Like, right?
I guess so.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
so why can't I do that with a fucking horse that doesn't belong to anybody? What if I,
Horses can do far more damage.
yeah,
than,
what if I
damage
trick
than
that
a cat.
asshole into my yard, and there's a salt lick and like bales of hay to eat?
taken
I don't know
care
what
of.
they eat.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they eat hay and salt. I don't know.
I don't know.
Bunnies? I'll get it whatever it
You
wants.
feed them meat.
Feed it live bunnies. Yeah. That's the only thing my horse will eat.
Can you imagine if horses were actually like omnivores? I wonder if they are. I don't know if they are actually.
I don't know if they are
I
either.
assume that they're just herbivores, but
They
could be
look like they're
completely wrong.
herbivores because of movies, but
Yeah,
I could see a horse eating like a rat.
yeah, or some
You know what I'm
they
saying?
come across a carcass that they gnaw on or something like that. You know,
Fuck up a possum.
but
Fucking around in the stable.
because I don't see horses don't go actively fuck up somebody unless they get too. Usually it's they fuck up somebody because that somebody got way too fucking
I was about to
close.
say, if you're fucking
You
up
know?
a horse, you were already within striking distance. of that horse.
yeah, like that
Like-
horse is already ruining your day because you're at the ass that got
you,
too close.
You got put into that. You
Yeah.
put yourself into that.
yeah.
But like, I just, if I trick the fucking thing and it likes me, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I can get 3 weeks without
It's
it
a
leaving the
perfect
yard.
symbiotic relationship.
And then finally I open up the gate, the side gate, right?
Yeah.
Where I originally trapped him. And then I start a timer. If in 11 minutes, if that horse hasn't left my backyard, legally he's my horse now. He loves me. I gave him 11 minutes with an open gate, and he's
It's
been a prisoner.
only 11 minutes.
Oh, well, if he was a prisoner, he would have been out in seconds. All right, that's all I'm saying. He would have fucking rushed out that bitch. I gave
you're
him
not wrong, I
too
guess.
much time.
He's an animal, yeah. Like, you're
Yeah,
not
dude.
wrong.
He
If
clearly
any
is
animal
chilling.
walks up through an open gate and like hangs out, looks around, and then decides to stay, okay, you know,
I had that
I can
happen
get
to me.
behind that.
I had that happen to me the other day with a fat house cat.
Oh, really?
Right? So like this guy opens
Cats
up the
make
door.
sense though. Cats will just claim anywhere that's
Yeah,
theirs. You know.
this guy opens up the door. I'm there to like work on his shit, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh, 1 second," and he opens the door all the way.
Mm-hmm.
He walks to go get something from the hallway. While this is happening, just this big fucking cat that looks like your sister's cat, but like fat, like it's like a tabby cat, but it's huge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Comes walking up on the door at me, and I'm like, "Oh, your cat's about to get out." He's like, "He's fine." The cat, and like he's like not even in the room. He's just like, "It's fine."
Yeah.
The cat walks all the way out to the door, puts its head out, and just kind of looks around, and looks at me, and is like, "Yeah, fuck you," and then goes back inside and lays down.
Yeah.
Like he literally, like,
Yeah.
that's how it felt. Like he
Wants
just
to see what's going on.
he looked out and he had the sun in his face, like, ugh, and then he looked up at me. He's like, "Oh, you fuck off."
You fat
I was
fuck.
hoping you were mom.
Yeah.
You don't got nothing for me.
Nope.
I'm gonna
yeah.
go back and stretch.
Yeah, cats definitely claim locations for sure. You
Yeah.
know, like that's I think they're territorial, but they also just like can just plop down anywhere that
Yeah.
seems like comfortable for them. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh man, I ignored another animal death this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so we've had a couple
By the
of these.
Bubsinator?
No, the
Oh, okay.
Bubsinator. Actually, no. Yeah, the Bubsinator got this one again.
Motherfucker.
God
dude.
damn, dude. Bubsinator on patrol. I didn't even real. I didn't.
He
forgot
was on
about that.
patrol, dude. You
So-
know, he was real
yeah.
working real hard.
Oh yeah. So all right, one morning, I'm getting up. I get up at 5. I wake
Mm-hmm.
up. I step outside. Tell the sun he's a lazy bitch, and I get my day going.
Okay.
Because I'm up before the sun. So
Yeah.
fuck that lazy bitch. And
Yeah.
so I'm walking, and then I like kind of kick something,
Uh-huh.
and I look down. And it's a little bird, and I don't know, like it had like a wing that was fucked up, right? Because it's doing this thing where it's bouncing like 1.5 foot little bounces.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
trying to take off, but it can't. Like it's getting just enough to make a little bit of like that extra 1/2 foot in its jump. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, this thing must be fucked up, or maybe it doesn't feel like flying away. So I just ignore it, right? And then I go to work and nothing. And then I come back that day and I'm walking out into my room and there it is again. It's just fucking bouncing around the yard. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Maybe this bird likes us or something. Or, I mean, maybe it's hurt and it can't get out of the yard and it's just bouncing around waiting to die. Next day, sure enough, dude, cat fucking got it. Saw its dead body hanging out right by my door, too.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, that poor little. And I remember I just looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know that I could have helped you. I don't know how to fix bird wings, but.
No.
I do feel bad that I just kind of like was like, you're gonna get fucking killed, bud. And,
Like,
and then
it's,
like a gentleman,
yeah.
I registered it and I continued on with my day. I didn't even try to touch it. I was just like,
Yeah.
whatever. This is
Well,
where you lie.
of course, it's dead,
Yeah.
right? So
it's like this is
what
where
the
you're
fuck
at.
ever.
Like you're not. I didn't step on you. You're off to the side of the bricks. We're good. You'll just deteriorate right there, and I'll watch. I don't give a fuck. Every day I'll look at you for a second.
Maybe I'll kick a little bit of dirt onto you.
Yeah,
so you can get buried.
Yeah, and eventually I'll even get to the point where I could see just bone and feather, and I'll still keep walking past that fucking thing every day. But luckily, the Bubsinator, the fucking animal he is,
The Bubsinator.
he finds it. He's by himself. I'm in the garage. I don't know what he's doing in the backyard. He finds it, so he grabs a snow shovel. We live in the bay. I don't know. But he grabs a snow shovel. He gets the bird with it. Brings it into the garage. He's like, hey, look at this little guy. And then he reaches over with his fucking hand. And with 2 fingers, he squeezes it.
Oh, my fucking God.
He just gave it a little eat. Little teet, teet, teet. You know, just like when he pinched the possum's ass.
Yeah.
It's like now that's the fun thing for him. But he did it with his hands. He just kind of gave it a little squeezy poo.
Oh, my
To
fucking
make sure it was dead.
Yeah.
He is 100% disconnected from animals.
He's desensitized for sure.
And
you
now
know?
he's got this new thing going on, which I call like the retarded Thunderdome. So
Oh, no.
he's got a buddy that.
Yeah.
So all right. Origin story of Bubbles.
Okay.
He went to a private school that was a Vietnamese church
What the
that failed, became a private school that failed, and then became a Korean church.
Oh,
So his
okay.
campus was a failed church that became a failed school that became a church of a different nationality. So it's just space that's being handed down to whoever the fuck
Whoever can
wants
take
it.
Yeah.
Vietnamese, fine. Retarded school, why not?
Sure.
Same thing. Korean church, again, same thing. Side of rice. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
Rice.
I don't know what they're fucking saying. I'm sure Jesus is involved.
Same thing. Side of rice.
Yeah. So I flipped through his yearbook, dude. In his senior year, there's 3 of them. It's him, this guy who we'll call Tim, and then some girl that's like afraid of clouds, but really hyped up about her own mom.
Okay.
Like afraid of clouds,
Okay.
but would always kind
Afraid
of
of clouds.
clouds, like not good.
Does she?
Oh, the motorcycle. I thought someone was chainsaw.
For a second, I thought somebody was chainsawing into our garage.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's coming.
I'm
not
a
afraid of
fan.
clouds.
I want to be on the show. Like, okay,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you were in it an hour 17. Jeez. No, so yeah, totally afraid of clouds. And then, it's him and this kid, Tim. Tim, also retarded. When there's only 3 of you at a retarded school,
Tim.
I would assume everybody's on board.
Yeah, everyone's friends.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would also just, it's like 3 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores. We talked about what happens to the junior because does he get a prom? Does he get a graduation? I don't know. It's one of them.
Something.
School probably burned down by then anyway. Fucking
It didn't matter.
Not enough drool to keep the fire quelled. They got the deposits were going little as the other older ones graduated.
Oh, fucking God.
So this retarded friend of his just so happens to live, I would say about 8 houses down from us. Mm-hmm. So Bubbles now every now and then will get up and he'll go to his house,
Okay.
which is dope.
Cool. Yeah,
It's
it's freedom.
Uninterrupted. I get
Yeah.
to play video games and his mom's not asking me to go wake him up.
Oh, yeah,
Phenomenal.
yeah. 10 out of 10.
Fantastic. It's better than most food.
Wow.
Like, oh,
Wow.
oh,
Damn.
no bubbles. Oh my god.
That's like coming from us fatty, fat motherfuckers. You know.
Oh, I'm getting food after this. And I
That's
need to go to
pretty
bed.
good,
And I'm getting food
bro.
after this.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, food's important.
yeah, but yeah. So now he goes to this guy Tim's house, and Tim has a roommate that is not retarded, but apparently has a child that is.
Okay.
So we got like 2.5
Little
men thing
trifecta
going
over
on.
there. Yeah.
And it's just unregulated. I don't know who's in charge of this household, but it's just all of them getting together and
It's causing chaos.
I guess dragging their knuckles and banging their fists together and fucking, I don't know, really going off on like a box of cane sugar. You know what I'm saying? They're all just dividing it up and pouring it into shot glasses. And fucking taking shooters.
And then when they get to the last fucking like bag of sugar, it's divvied up like their rations.
Yeah,
You know,
porn
like,
just on the TV in the living room.
all the time.
One of them way too fixated on the porn.
Yeah.
And it's the one
not
that's
even,
not
even
challenged.
fucking jerking it.
Yeah.
Just fucking into it.
It's crazy to think of like a den of handicapped people that are not being watched by anybody.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. There's animals.
And just vibing.
Apparently, there's a lot of animals. There's birds because Tim, their family, was professional pigeon racers.
Pigeon racers?
Pigeon racers.
What?
Pigeons.
That's okay. I knew pigeon racing was a thing,
Oh, it's
but
a
it's
thing.
weird to actually know of like professional pigeon racers in the wild. You know,
Well, yeah.
that's fucking weird.
Yeah. And like you.
I mean, maybe that's not weird, but it's definitely out there.
Yeah. So like he's got like, I'm assuming pigeons, or at least a lot of cages for pigeons, and then there's like a lot of dogs and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like it's been kind of nice. Just Bubbles like the thought of like what could they be doing? You know, like there's nobody there to
Fucking
say no.
with pigeons, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like playing with kitchen knives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying
Yeah.
to put them into electrical outlets.
Hopefully playing video games.
Everybody's playing their own song on their phone. Nobody can agree.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my
the
God.
chaos of that must
Dude,
be
The sounds of all 4 of their phones on full blast. in the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
living room.
Literally because they don't like notice each other, I'm sure, in those
Oh
moments.
yeah,
you
and
know?
then like one thing like with Bubbles, right? Like if I'm playing video games, he gets visually anxious. He does not like it. It's
visually anxious?
not. Yeah, like he starts to like.
Oh, like you could see
you could see him getting anxious. You
Yeah.
could see the rocking and back and forth.
Right.
You could see that, or he'll plug to his phone and he'll just crank the volume on his phone. Or my favorite thing that he does is he mimics my video game character because he's mad.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing Hogwarts, he would just sit there on the couch, Revelio.
It's like you can't even see that fucking word right,
Yeah,
dipshit.
bitch. Or
like,
like
shut the fuck up.
Assassin's Creed, he makes the grunt noises when I'm trying to climb mountains.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of do that sometimes too, though. Yeah. All the really obnoxious noises
Yeah.
that everyone makes.
He
on
just
games.
fucking keeps doing it, dude. And then he puts on his video game because I finally give up. And then like I just sit there and talk shit to him about just how awful he is at video games. He's been playing the same video games for like 10 years.
Still not very good at them.
Grand Theft Auto and whatever the current Forza Horizon is. Forza Horizon has not changed their game mechanics over the last 3
The
releases.
visuals get better.
Yeah, they figured out the mechanics to a T where they don't actually touch them. I've played the last 3. There has not been a new button added in the game.
Yeah.
Not a fuck. They didn't switch the handbrake over to a different button. They didn't give you a new ability. They didn't fuck around with like NOS or this one you could fly or stupid shit. We made a perfect car driving game. All we have to do is focus on building the world now.
Yeah, and add
mechanics
features.
are done.
Yeah, add all the features we want.
You can't
know.
leave the car. So all you have to do is make driving mechanics. You know what I'm saying? So we could just focus on the fucking world. And he's still bad at it. He's still awful at
Still
it.
can't get around.
I can't. I don't.
Which one's the gold button?
Yeah.
Chat.
No, or you know what he does is he, in Forza specifically in racing games, he watches his rear view mirror a lot.
Why?
I don't know.
You can't. There's nothing back there.
What's there for
You've
you?
already passed it.
What's there for you?
Nothing.
You want to know who's behind you? Now they're in front of you because you crashed while looking through the fucking mirror.
Yeah. Like, do you think you feel cool by like, oh look, I can drive with looking at the rear view mirror.
Dude,
Rear view mirror.
he does it so much. Like it's crazy the amount. Like Like, it bothers me. Like, I'm not even playing the video game. I'm just watching him play and I'm getting mad. Like, how are you?
You're not even enjoying this right now, are you?
Dude,
Maybe you are.
He'll load up GTA, right? Mm-hmm. And ever since I taught him the fucking glitch with the wheel inside the casino, that's pretty much all he can do. He just comes in, spins the wheel, doesn't get the car, says, fuck, and closes it and opens it again to try it. Doesn't even play the game anymore. But when he would play the game, like
chaos.
Yeah, when he does play the game, he'll be like let's say we're taking turns, right? You get to do a mission, I get to do a mission. Mm-hmm. He'll take 40 minutes to get to that mission.
Oh my god!
Because he's getting sidetracked.
The mission,
yeah, and then once he finally does get to the mission, he'll have like 0 team lives and just aim an RPG on the ground, fire it, and laugh.
You fucking idiot!
He'll ruin heists for people.
Fucking idiot!
He's a troll without being a troll.
I don't think he realizes he's trolling though.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just an idiot.
He's an unidentified troll. He hasn't self-actualized to know that he's a piece of shit. At least trolls know what they're doing. He just exists as awful. Yeah. Well, you know, it's just his one speed is shitty. He's fucking bastard.
Or he has 4 speeds, but he only ever moves from 1 speed, off or shitty.
Yeah, exactly.
On engine or off, never in between.
Oh man,
he's a fucker. He's a little fucking fucker.
He's such a fucker, and I'm curious to what's going down over there at the Thunderdome, because I can just imagine such a paradise.
For them, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Not
dude.
for us. For them.
No, for me it sounds awful, honestly. My back hurts right now. I don't even know why. I don't want to go deal with all that shit. Like, I just want to go sit down.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down.
Chill.
I'm sitting down right now, and I'm already imagining going home and sitting down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't wait to be home so I could also be sitting.
Be in my fucking sofa and recline all the way back.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm about to fucking take my underwear off, throw the back 9 problem shirt on, cull into the womb tonight.
Hell yeah.
God
well,
damn.
To be fair, your fucking sofa, when you sit on that motherfucker eats you.
Yeah, and then I pass out.
You.
I literally my head goes back and I'm out every fucking time, dude. It is old man like drugs for me. I pass out on that couch.
That's how our couch is here too. We're gonna get rid of it soon. Yeah. It's just you sit in it, and better hope you not get up. Better hope you don't have to get up anytime soon.
When you're gonna get rid of that, let me know, because we might actually be able to take that shit.
You're gonna want one of the smaller ones, because the big long one, the actual top frame has been split open.
Okay, I don't want that one.
Using it, you know.
I'll take the smaller ones.
The smaller ones, yeah.
Because we hang out in the garage.
Yeah,
our couches,
little tradesy poo.
Our couches get gross, dude. I don't know. Bubbles isn't even fat, but like where he sits is caved the fuck in.
Well, yeah, because he sits probably in the exact same spot.
He always does sit in the same exact same spot, but it's almost like he's Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, and he's bouncing off his own tail while he's sitting there. The structural damage to the couch. Yeah, it's like he's fucking it. It's like he's riding it, dude. Like
maybe he is when you're not there.
He could be.
You don't know, bro.
Honestly, like I thought about that the other day. Just how
sticking his dick in random spots.
How often he's just jerking off in the garage while he's alone.
Probably often.
Dude.
Probably really often.
Dude, with how many times I've caught him in his own bed.
Yeah.
He didn't have a door when I moved in. Which means he would just jerk off into,
he didn't give
like...
a fuck, yeah.
No, if you found him, you found him. But I remember...
fuck, dude.
We'll end with this quick story, but I remember when I first moved in, I had just bailed Uncle Mike out of jail. Mm-hmm. And I knew he would never pay me back. So... I tasked him with a couple things around Bubbles' house. They had just let me move in, so I was like, all right, well, you can have my felon to get some handyman work done. You know what I'm saying? It was like an even trade.
Yeah.
I'm still paying rent, you know. You get a new bathroom. We went and got a door for Bubbles, because it was weird that he didn't have one.
Yeah, I wonder why the door's gone.
Well, apparently he would use it all the time for a backdrop to shoot BB guns.
Oh.
Which he should not have had, for
you
sure.
should not do, yeah.
Yeah, imagine the ricochets coming off that bad boy and hitting him in the fucking eye. He doesn't even notice. Just licks it. Licks his own eye like a chameleon.
Yeah. Like fucking...
And then he fires another one. And so he just didn't have a fucking door, dude. And I remember me and Uncle Mike, we measured one out. We got one ordered from Dolan's Lumber. And we pick it up. We install it. And then Uncle Mike he's like finishing up, right? We just got the hinges on. We just installed the door handle. It's all ready to go. And he goes, look, I rigged the handle. I didn't put the screw in all the way. So if he ever tries to lock himself in here, all you have to do is shoulder the door really hard. As he's saying that, He shoulders his way through the door, and the vortex of stank, like a vacuum, just claps him on both sides of the head. And he almost throws up. This is a plumber that loves meth. And that smell was so much it took him to his knees. I've never been more impressed.
Wow.
I've never been more impressed.
You got to bottle that up and use it as a fucking chemical war weapon.
This is a man
now.
who's been doing methamphetamine and cleaning up shit since the age of 12.
Yeah.
And he couldn't handle it.
And he got fucking brought to his knees. Dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Somebody sign up that shit for a fucking chemical warfare.
Oh, seriously. He's pretty much German. Fucking A, dude. It was one of the most evil things I've ever felt in my life. And it was so fun to watch it hit somebody else face first.
Yeah, and realize that that's not just you.
Because I'm in the back, like, the pressure of it did send some of the waft at me, but he's the one who was in the vacuum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see the black hole, and my hair got ripped off. He went flying through that bitch. He went into whatever dimension it spit his ass out of if it didn't fucking rip him in half.
God, dude.
Oh, my God. Bubbles, shout out to you, buddy.
You're a fucking animal, bro.
I know you don't like that talk about you in the show, and that's why you're part of every episode now, you little motherfucker.
Well, you're just a specimen, dude.
You funny little guy, you.
That's a word for it.
You're a funny little guy. The other day I watched him drink a bunch of expired milk. Didn't say a goddamn word. Didn't say a word. Here's the thing. I go into the... I went into the fridge, and I see the milk. I was like, ooh, and I just made a slam in PB&J, right?
Hell yeah.
So I look at it. It's like, oh, it's expired. So like a gentleman, I swish it around a little bit, and I take a sip. I take a smell and then a sip.
To make sure, yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's expired. Mm-hmm. But we don't have any other milk. Mm-hmm. So I put it back in the fridge. Because I know it's just Bubbles. Like his mom and Pat, they don't drink milk.
Setting his ass up for sure. Yeah.
And then I watched him come out big smiles at 5 a.m. He's fucking in nothing but his boxers. He looks at me, scratches his ass, farts, and then grabs the milk and goes inside. And I was like, yep. Enjoy your cereal.
Yeah, you asshole.
Enjoy your fucking cereal.
You fucking take that.
Because I know you're going to
eat
half of that motherfucking bowl before you notice that the milk is sour. I come in there, dude. I come in there, and there's just empty milk jug with just a thick ring stuck to the inside.
Dude, that's making my stomach fucking queasy,
Oh,
dude.
my God. Well, it made me fucking joyous. It made me so happy.
Dude, and this is the same guy that won't eat strawberries.
Or even the idea of strawberries.
But you'll drink curdled milk, basically, Like damn near curdled milk.
One step from cheese.
Like,